Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Canto, Chapter 12, Text number 9. Tasya Pritena Manasa Tam Dattvaidvidastataha Pashyato Antardade Soapi Swapuram Pratyatpadhyata. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The son of Vidha, Lord Kuvera, was very pleased and happily he gave Dhruva Maharaj the benediction he wanted. Thereafter he disappeared from Dhruva's presence and Dhruva Maharaj returned to his capital city. Purport. Kuvera, who is known as the son of Idavida, was very pleased with Dhruva Maharaj because he did not ask him for anything material enjoyable. Kuvera is one of the demigods. So one may put forward the argument, why did Dhruva Maharaj take a benediction from a demigod? The answer is that for a Vaishnava there is no objection to taking a benediction from a demigod if it is favorable for advancing in Krishna consciousness. The gopis, for example, worshipped Katyayani, a demigoddess. But the only benediction they wanted from the goddess was to have Krishna as their husband. The Vaishnava is not interested in asking any benediction from the demigods, nor he interested in asking benediction from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is said in the Bhagavatam that the liberation can be offered by the Supreme Person, but even if a pure devotee is offered liberation for the Supreme Lord, he refuses to accept it. Dhruva Maharaj did not ask Kuvera for transference to the spiritual world, which is called liberation. He simply asked wherever he would remain, whether in the spiritual or material world, he would always remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A Vaishnava is always respectful to everyone. So when Kuvera offered him a benediction, he did not refuse it, but he wanted something which would be favorable to his advancement in Krishna consciousness. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. So Dhruva Maharaj received the benediction he wanted from Lord Kuvera. It is not that Dhruva Maharaj wanted the benediction. We can see the context wherein Lord Kuvera himself was very pleased with his obeying his direction not to kill the yakshas. So, being pleased with him, with Dhruva Maharaj, Kuvera offered him any benediction that he wanted. And Dhruva Maharaj, as it is mentioned here, as a Vaishnava, what benediction can he seek other than what he sought? He sought the benediction. Please give me the benediction that I can always remember the Supreme Lord. Only by His mercy one can cross over this ocean, the samsara. And this is only a prayer of a Vaishnava from anyone. If anyone can help you a little in crossing over the samsara, then you will take that benediction. Benediction has value because it helps your journey. When somebody who has something, who has devotion, benedicts you, then he shares that devotion with you. or anybody materially benedicts you, a demigod benedicts you. The demigods are having something that you do not have, certain powers. So, depending on what power, what portfolio that demigod is holding, if you get the blessings of the demigod, then your karma changes. Because all the demigods also, their powers are derived from their tapasya and their karma. So benediction is nothing but sharing one's karmic assets. So either karmic assets or devotional assets. Just like a pure devotee, he is rich with devotion, he is full of devotional assets. So from a Vaishnava, especially from a pure Vaishnava, we should seek the wealth of devotion. Please benedict so that I may get some devotion to the Supreme Lord. And by that blessing, that transference of devotion will happen. This concept of transference of blessings and benediction from other personality is never understood by the modern psychology, modern science. Everything is individualistic, because first of all they don't believe in the laws of karma. So, laws of karma or karmic power, punya power, is what an individual possesses, and he can trade that. He can share that. Go to a person who has got better, a karmi also. Just see how the karmis also, they take blessings. Even for material things, they take blessings. There is a meaning to it. If there is any shortfall in my karma to achieve what I want, please bless me. If that credit is in you, let it come on to me. So these kind of things, is transference of karma happens when you take blessings, touch somebody's feet, you take their blessings. Then when such benediction is given, then automatically there is actual transference of some Shakti. What that Shakti is depending on what much Shakti that person have. A person cannot give what he does not have. A demigod can give the devotion that he has for Vishnu, but he cannot give pure devotion service because he does not have that. Our spiritual master coming in the line of pure devotion service, he is having the asset of pure devotion. And because he has the asset of pure devotion, he also has all assets, all material assets with him. Because devotion service is automatically the highest punya. So a pure devotee is packed with all Shaktis from the Lord, and therefore when we take blessings from a pure devotee, we engage in devotion service to Srila Prabhupada by always seeking his blessings. It is not that you ask something to enhance your karma from Prabhupada. You surrender your karmic strength, best of your ability, in the service of Srila Prabhupada, and Prabhupada will infuse whatever kind of Shakti that is lacking to complete that service. So, this is the way it works. In the material world also, things work in this way. Unfortunately, this kind of a perception does not exist in society, of taking blessings from the elders, taking blessings from the teachers, they're all situated higher than you, taking blessings from old people, taking blessings from elder brothers, elder sisters, all that. Whatever they have, they will give. They can give. What they don't have, they cannot give. So this blessing and benediction is something which we have to understand as transference of karma or transference of devotion. Person to person, a person is, like Kuvera is very pleased with Dhruva, from the heart he is asking, what you want, I will give you. And then it was given, whatever he had, remembrance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Possibly the devatas, demigods, they have that power of remembrance because they are deputies of the Supreme Lord. So they remember him. But finally, whether their devotion is 100% surrendered to the Supreme Lord without wanting to enjoy anything except 24 hours, give pleasure to the senses of the Lord, that is status of pure devotional service, obviously that they cannot give. Now, coming to the next point that Prabhupada is telling here, that there is no harm in receiving benedictions from somebody if it helps devotional service. So, in a way, we take, for instance, we go to a karmi and we collect money from him, which is his karma phala. We take that and come and bring it to the Lord. So we take benediction not on our behalf. We take any benediction, so that if it can be engaged in service of the Lord, then you take that karma phala, or you take that offering from anybody. He need not be pure devotee. Even if he is a demigod, if demigods have got special powers. If with their special powers they are able to serve the Lord, engage that person in the service of the Lord. You cannot say, I will engage all people and human beings on the earth, but I will not engage demigods, as if demigods are untouchable. Some neophytes, they have this attitude towards demigods after coming to Krishna consciousness. Definitely demigods have many things that, a devotee does not have, which can be used in service of the Lord. So, have friendship with the demigods. Just like you have friendship with anybody who can serve the Lord. So we are all embracing. We don't worship them as a supreme. To consider them on equal par with the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the offense. Then there are reasons why Prabhupada did not. See, Nectar of Devotion says, you take Ganesha's blessings to remove all obstacles in bhakti. But at the same time, there is a social, Prabhupada, somebody asked Srila Prabhupada that Nectar of Devotion says, can we worship Ganesha? So Prabhupada said that, what did he say? If you can collect, is it? If you can collect $1 million a day by praying to him, you worship him. Reason why Prabhupada said that, because he does not want. This is a small rule which you have to individually apply. As an institution, we cannot allow demigods worships, because then devotees will misunderstand. Neophytes will misunderstand. Vishnu, Shiva, everybody is on one level. So it's not that we are against Shivaratri. You pray to Shiva, glorify Shiva. Feel that day as a great day. Feel for Shivaratri, feel for Ganesh Chaturthi. All that you can feel. But publicly, we need to set up a culture in Krishna consciousness movement that neophytes don't mistake, and then whole ISKCON will turn into demigod worship also. Hodgepodge. Prabhupada said that, Prabhupada allowed that, like that. So Prabhupada was so careful, you see, all these anecdotes are so important. It sets the standard for ISKCON in future. Otherwise, all these things will start. There was nothing wrong. Shivaratri, you keep Shiva's picture on the altar one day, nothing wrong. We used to do that, but later on we removed it. We did not do it. Because we had realization that these things will create in neophyte's mind, you cannot go on telling everybody there. Altar means altar. So we changed it. But this is not an offense to keep him in the altar. Not an offense to keep him in the altar on Shivratri day. He's a pure Vaishnava. So another thing is, the Shastra also says that a pure devotee spiritual master is the sum total of all demigods. Therefore, it is not that you have to go around marketing which demigod can give me something to serve Krishna. Not required. By chance, if you meet a demigod, when demigod says, I want to give you a benediction, please give. We don't make a system out of it. Go on searching for demigods. Because spiritual master is the sum total of all demigods. He has all the Shakti. Any Shakti you need for preaching Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada can bless us. He can bless us because they are so powerful. Materially also they are so powerful. Pure devotees. So, of course, these gopis, the highest quality of worshippers of Krishna, they worship Katyayani, a demigoddess. Now, only benediction they wanted, goddess, was to have Krishna as their husband. So Prabhupada very carefully writes, after saying all this, Vaishnava is not interested in asking any benediction from any demigods. So like in this case, if by the way, circumstantially, demigod says, I have some power, I want some service, okay, take. So we have to engage, we can engage demigods also in service of the Lord. And benediction, as I explained, is connected to transference of individualized power, spiritual power or material power, as per the laws of karma. So it's always, as I said, this is not, this layer of reality is not understood by modern world, whereas in our Vedic culture, this was very much there. And taking individual blessings, apart from blessings of the Lord, taking individual blessings, either for bhakti or for any bhukti, enjoyment. Laws of karma are not even known or understood or appreciated by modern society at all. So everybody is, even if somebody knows about law of karma, he is always thinking, my karma. He doesn't understand that if I have some bad karma, I can go to somebody and I can take his blessings and elevate my bad karma. All those things are not there in this modern world at all, which is very much part of our Vedic culture. So always elders are respected and appreciated. Whatever they can give help, you take from them. It's always this. It is only in the Western world, if you see in a family, everybody calls each other by name. In Indian families, even an elder brother you don't call by name. Maybe it's not there now. Younger brother doesn't call by name. Or elder sister by name. That respect is maintained. So the society is full of, different ages, different maturity, different experiences. These differences are recognized. You see, this is completely absent in the modern world. Like in the West, the society, the family life itself is there is no culture. That Sanatana culture does not exist. When Sanatana culture of interdependence in a society is not there, then the result is each person becomes individualistic and you turn out selfish individuals. Modern society turns out selfish individuals. Traditional Vedic society is to turn out interdependent individuals. Their emotional intelligence, as they grew through their family, through their joint family, highly matured emotional intelligence developed in each individual. Whereas in modern society, the families are nuclear family, husband, wife, one child or maximum two child, only one child. Where is a challenge for the child to emotionally understand, adjust with brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, so many cousins, all these things. It's a great opportunity in the childhood when the child is growing to develop emotional maturity, interdependence, they are realizing interdependence and accordingly becoming mature. Because of this nuclear family training, where there is no exposure, that's why nowadays we see also when bhaktas, they join the ashram. Oh, this joint family, huge joint family. Elder brothers, younger brothers, this one, that one, my God, so complicated. I had to be very careful. Here I had to be careful, here I had to be careful, here I had to be careful, here I had to be careful. Huh? But very soon after bhakta training, little rubbing here and there, just slowly, okay, samajh gaya. You become a Vaishnava. You learn how to respect everyone, how to take everything, take blessings from everyone, maintain relationship between those who are more experienced than you, give association to those who are less experienced than you, discuss on equal level and enrich yourself with peers, those are equal to you. These are not absolute equals or absolute greater, absolute less, this seniority and all those things. But at the same time, in a transcendental plane, yes, all these things do not make meaning. At the same time, at the training phase, because we are not liberated souls, this Vedic culture of seniors, juniors, all these things are extremely important. Of course, in Vaishnava thing also, advanced devotees, somebody is more advanced than you, somebody is less advanced than you. Symptomatically, we can find out, not simply by number of years, what symptoms they exhibit, what qualities they exhibit. By that, you can develop proportionate respect to the Vaishnavas. So, this kind of interpersonal maturity, they develop out of necessity of living in a community, and you enhance your emotional intelligence. Because ultimately, we are all social beings. We have to understand. We are not isolated beings. Just like in Mayavada philosophy, ultimately you are nothing, no. You are not even a person. So there is no absolute meaning to all these things, this relationship. But in Krishna consciousness, our goal is Vaikuntha Loka. Krishna as a center, millions of jivas are serving him. So we have to have social intelligence. There, social intelligence is given by the internal energy. Here, social intelligence is given by Maya. Now we have to engage that social intelligence for the service of the Lord. We have to learn how to adjust with the Vaishnavas, live with the Vaishnavas, cooperate with the Vaishnavas. Like Prabhupada said, your love for me will be shown by how you cooperate among each other. So it's a challenge. It's a consciousness challenge. To be isolated and not relate with anybody. It may be a necessary phase where you are handling your own self. But eventually we are social beings, we are spiritual social beings. We have to learn how to be. That is why right from beginning, the principle of sadhu sangha is one of the primary elements in advancement. Guru, sadhu and shastra. So sadhu sangha is very important. One may think, Guru sangha is there, so why I need sadhu sangha? No, you have to live in the sadhus. Only then you will be able to practice what Guru has told you. Because Guru is preparing you to live among the sadhus. Guru is preparing you to stay in association of devotees and serve the Supreme Lord. So sadhu sangha is a very important aspect. Nobody can make advancement individually. He has to live in the midst of the Vaishnavas, learn how to feel for the Vaishnavas, respect the Vaishnavas, learn how to take respect and offer it to Guru. There is in the society means there is a interplay of respect. A personalistic philosophy means there is respect, there is giving and taking respect. If you're senior, somebody will give you respect, but what is the consciousness with which you receive that respect? All these are very much intricately intertwined in the finer practical principles of Varnashrama Dharma. The Varnashrama Dharma creates stable people, stable Shudra, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Brahmanas, stable-minded people, because they will be rightly occupied in the society. So many problems used to happen during Prabhupada's time to the devotees, sannyasis falling down, this thing, that thing, so many things used to happen. So Prabhupada he realized towards the end that, if the movement has to sustain for long in a scaled manner, then strictly the society should be divided into Varnashrama Dharma. As an exemption, Prabhupada gave sannyas to so many young boys. And then he saw that they were falling down. Prabhupada, of course, he gave sannyas that if somebody had taken full shelter of the holy name, age doesn't matter, culture doesn't matter, if Guru's blessing is there, you can be a pakka sannyasi. If you fall down because you are not able to handle that special power that is coming from the holy name, because anyway you don't have a culture. Culturally you are not come up to be a brahmachari, vanaprastha, sannyasi, grahastha, vanaprastha and then sannyasi. You have given when Prabhupada gave them direct sannyas. And that would work only if they get the power from the holy name. To the degree to which they are completely dependent on the holy name, they have performed wonderfully. Traveling all over the world and developing Krishna consciousness. But the degree to which they lacked their faith in the Nama, the three modes of material nature attacked. So Prabhupada, to reduce such calamities in future, at one time he said, I will not give any more sannyas. So as an acharya, you can see why acharya who spread Krishna consciousness, holy name all over the world, towards his last day, why he is contemplating on Varnashrama, Because if you look at it, Varnashrama is something which is at a lower plane. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, his teaching, I am not a sannyasi, I am not this, I am not this, I am not grahastha, nothing. So why Prabhupada is stressing Varnashrama? Because if the society has to organize itself as a movement, then there are interplay of qualities of human beings which cannot be, which are there irrespective of whether you want it or not. There are people with Kshatriya ability, there are people with Shudra their ability, there are people with predominant Brahmanical ability, there are people with predominant Vaishya ability. There are transcendental people who are having all these abilities, like Prabhupada. Anything that a Shudra can do, Prabhupada can do. Anything that a Vaishya can do, Prabhupada can do. Anything that a Kshatriya can do, Prabhupada can do. Anything that a Brahmana can do, Prabhupada can do. Because he is transcendental. But everybody cannot. If everybody can do it, then there is no need of Varnashrama system at all. So we have to think very deeply this vision of Prabhupada. A temple like this will go on. When people are very strictly following the sadhana, it will be transcendental. Individually also people will manage whatever ashram they are. Somebody was mentioning, I read from some devotee, older Prabhupada disciple was writing. In Krishna consciousness movement, he was pointing out why Prabhupada talked about Varnashrama so important for the society. He said now, Diksha Gurus, they take position of Diksha Guru, and those who they initiate, they fully surrender unto them. That is the principle. You have to fully surrender. So then, let's say the person who is Diksha Guru is a sannyasi. And they surrender. Young girls, they surrender. Now, they are not Diksha Gurus like Prabhupada, transcendental. If he is a sannyasi, he should not involve in anything about that girl's life matters. So he should be a limited guru. So that is why only Prabhupada can be the Diksha Guru. You surrender material, spiritual, all life at the feet of Srila Prabhupada. No, a young girl surrenders her life at the feet of a not so elevated, transcendentally situated Diksha Guru. And he was tracing the cause. Most of the fall downs have happened with disciples. Because it turns into a social thing. Without the knowledge, gradually the relationship. Because it's like, I am your Diksha Guru. I have to hear your problems. And then you advise them. Young girl's problem, if sannyasi advises. So sannyasi system was very strict. So only a Paramahamsa can become Diksha Guru. Just because you are a sannyasi, you cannot, because then you cannot handle every aspect of life of a devotee. Good point he was making. Many examples he was giving, that how many gurus they fell down, and therefore the importance of to improve the Krishna consciousness movement as such, Prabhupada talked about Varnashrama. But how to do it? That's a challenge. But at least you can see the need for it. If the society is organized in that manner, a sannyasi in the Krishna conscious movement won't hear all this women's problem. And then women are allowed to join Krishna consciousness movement. Women will handle women's problems. Preachers, brahmacharis. They think that since I am preacher, they are asking Krishna conscious advice. I can advise them on everything. Their family problems. Especially when brahmacharis, they preach. We have also experienced how brahmacharis fall down. When they preach to families, slowly family problems, they talk. Wife talks the problem out of respect. His sadhu is Krishna's representative. They tell the problems. But then he is bound by his brahmacharya. He is bound by his status, social status. So unless you are strict, then otherwise we will be imitating like these gurus. We have to handle everything about their life. So Krishna consciousness movement is such that women are also allowed, women also grow, women preachers are also there. We should let women handle women problems, family problems if they want to. Not brahmacharis. Definitely you will compromise your spiritual standing. Stories are stories. It gets into your head. You get in a story is nothing but a world. You have a world inside your head. If you become an advisor for a grahastha, one lady, a brahmachari, for her problem, that means you are getting into her world. Big mistake. Big mistake. Preaching is different, practical problems are different. Krishna conscious questions are different. Krishna conscious practical questions are also different. Everybody cannot answer. Everybody should not be put such questions. A young girl should not put such questions to a sannyasi, even if he is Diksha Guru. Any questions?
Hare Krishna. We learn from this Dhruva's pastime that devotee can ask the benediction to demigods for the advancement in Krishna consciousness.
If it happens, if you happen to come across.
Like sometimes we visit some Shiva temples, we do light such that. And sometimes what happened that when we meet outside, like so recently I went outside for some event, we happened to meet some people and they ask for the benediction from the devotees or blessings from the devotees, and it will be purely material, like bless my child for good education, bless my child for good education, or good profit in a business, or good life partner, like that. So now what is the response of the devotee? Because
I will benedict that you chant Hare Krishna. I'll benedict that Hare Krishna is so powerful that I'll give benediction that the holy name comes on your tongue. Simply if you wish also, you will not be able to chant. Okay, I'll give benediction. On behalf of my Guru, I'll give benediction that you chant Hare Krishna. Then he said, no, my problem should be solved. Why are you asking, give me 10 rupees when I am giving you 1 million rupees? You should tell like that. You're asking me, give me 10 rupees, this problem, give me another 10 rupees, another problem. Give me another 100 rupees, another problem. I am giving you $1 million. The source of everything. Unlimited source of everything. So is God Himself Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So he will give you, the most auspicious thing is to take him on the tongue. All benediction.
Actually, we are convinced about it, but sometimes there is a reluctance from our end to tell this directly to the whomever is asking. Like say, for example,
To chant Hare Krishna. To chant Hare Krishna.
chant. Sometimes we know that they are
Why? The guy is ready to do anything. He's asking you benediction. He is full of problems. That's the best time to tell somebody, start chanting Hare Krishna. See, as long as we don't very specifically say that your economic problem will be solved. If you say that, then you have to give your karma and solve it. So don't give such benediction. Prabhupada has given us the authority to benedict the whole world with the holy name. So I can give this, come on, take it. The source of everything. From this all benediction will come. You say that. And it's a fact. See, the problem with this, we are all dependent on benediction from the holy name. Materially also we are dependent. But to make a very specific prayer or specific benediction, he amounts to ordering the Lord for that. I will not order the Lord to solve his problems. I'll tell him chant Hare Krishna. If the Lord wants to solve, he will solve. That is in my mind. So it will solve, or Lord will solve the problem also. Not that your chanting Hare Krishna has no connection with material problems. People have experienced. Because by chanting they get so much punya, no? The material problems also get solved. So what we are saying is not disconnected. If you have material problems also, spiritual problems also, chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, we are from all different family backgrounds, so different families may have different traditions, like sacrificing something to some demigods or performing some kind of sevas for some benefit. And because we are in that family, we also might be sometimes been forced by the society to follow those traditions. And as a devotee of Krishna, we know that these traditions are not so important, or they are very materialistic, or they are against the Vedic injunction. If we don't do them, we will be peaceful and we are following the right path. But our family members or relatives may not be having the faith that you are not performing this tradition. So tomorrow something goes wrong, you are the responsible, you are the cause. How do we handle this thing?
That you should tell. If something goes wrong, for me, I am responsible. I am very happy. You do, your karma you do, if you want.
But they say
I am not saying no.
It is the family situation.
No, family.
For example, a marriage, sometimes in the marriage ceremonies, they offer some animal before a marriage. But now if a devotee is getting married and he is supposed to offer that, he will be hesitant. I cannot offer. So how we should handle?
What's your answer? What is your answer? You must be knowing the answer.
I will not get married.
Suppose, let us say, assume you are going to get married, and they say you have to sacrifice. What would you say? What would you say?
Devotee will be ready to suffer the consequences.
Huh? What consequences? If you kill, if you offer, there are consequences.
Yeah. So those consequences are better than suffering another.
There is no suffering. There is no suffering if you don't do it.
That they are thinking that there might be some suffering in the family.
Let them look at it. They are ignorant. Why we should be ignorant? We don't do all those kind of things. They are entangled in karma. They may be very close relatives, father, mother, everything, but huge difference between your soul's status and their status. You have been liberated from this material world. You are already liberated. You don't believe? You are already liberated. As long as you are chanting 16 rounds, following regulative principles, for temporary disturbances may be there, which looks like you are not liberated. But essentially, when you are serving the Lord 24 hours, you are all liberated. Everybody is liberated in this Krishna consciousness. Grandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Now, one more question.
Sorry, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Now, this is with regards to family tradition. Nowadays, courses are there like pharmacy, medical students. So they dissect so many living animals, and it's a duty, or so-called courses are there which they have to administer medicine in order to test them. So how do we tell to youngsters that whether it's proper? They ask us that whether it's right or wrong.
Somehow get the degree and come out. After that, if you are dedicating your life, all the karma will be clean.
So one more thing happens.
But don't become a permanent profession of a professor who will cut animals, frogs every day. Otherwise, if it doesn't cut the frog, he won't get his MBBS. Yeah.
Last thing, one more thing happens in life of a devotee in regard to this tradition. There are family traditions which enforce the devotees to do certain things which are he doesn't want to. Like say somebody dies in a family, they say unless you come, we cannot do these rituals. Your presence is very much important. But from our point of view, it's not required to go such a far distance and attend such things. So this family, if we don't attend, the blame will come on the devotee's part.
Huh?
The blame will come from the family sides. They blame that you have not come, you are not, you are just rejecting us and such like that. So how such situation?
So why do you bother? Let them blame.
So they will be sometimes in dilemma.
Huh?
Sometimes devotees will be in dilemma.
Will be?
Sometimes devotees will be in dilemma.
Dilemma.
What should we, sometimes young devotees particularly, they will be very much in dilemma.
See, some kriya, father passed away, mother passed away, some kriya, go and participate in that. And then come away. But everywhere there are Vaishnava pujas connected to that. So we have to try to use that. You have to try to, not even the Smartas, Vaishnavas. If somebody passes away, there are Vaishnavas, call them and let them do everything. Then you can freely participate. If you have no control over it, then go there and continuously chant Hare Krishna. Then Hare Krishna will make everybody into whatever they are doing will become Vaishnava only. Because you are remembering Vishnu. So even though they are doing all the rituals, non-stop go on chanting Hare Krishna. You have no control over it. Let them do what puja they want. They will say, keep this, put this. You go on doing everything Hare Krishna only. You also put this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So there is a solution, universal solution for everything. The solution is Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, eva kevalam kalo nasti eva gatiranyata. Very practical solution. Grandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.